Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, our journey to unite all the petty kingdoms in Ireland under one banner. Now, we have a new king. The new king is King Brian II of Mumu. His father died, King Murchad of Mumu, who was a great man. And there you can see died a natural death on 28 September 1089 at the age of 62. He managed to unite all of this that we see right here. He managed to unite almost half of Ireland, and he did a very good job at it at that. And now it's his son's vision to complete his father's dying request on his deathbed and unite the land under one single banner. So, last time was a quite chaotic playthrough, I might add. It was quite a chaotic episode because Scotland had a war going on with the Scottish Revolt. England had its own revolt going on, and we established that he was defending against King Robert the Fat in the English Civil War. The leader of the revolt here, kind of like Robert Baratheon, except he's got a red beard and red hair. And yeah, stuff in Ireland has been fairly quiet. We did go up to help the king in Scotland, but it didn't pan out as well. But right now, we don't have anything to do with Scotland. We are just planning on uniting the land. What I found interesting here, that the Count of Dublin is actually defending against King Malcolm III of Scotland. So, basically King Malcolm III is helping us out tremendously because we will be able to take over Dublin soon. Our Chancellor is fabricating a claim in Connacht right now, or Connacht, however you pronounce it, and hopefully that pans out. And yeah, we are going to continue our conquest, shall we? So it's been a long time since the last episode aired. So what I'm going to do here is going to just dismiss that because we don't have the money right now to create the Duchy of Leinster. I know that my vassal levies have been raised too long because we had been part of different wars, and we're going to take King Brian II of Mumu and continue on our campaign. So, a lot of interesting things happened. And let's take a look at our court. Nobody hates us that much. Let me change it by opinion. There we go. Actually, no, a lot of people hate us. Our half-brother hates us by -63. So let's be really quick and just check our intrigue tab. Known plots, we have our prisoner. There is a threat of a revolt by the Earl of Desmond. So what we can do here is basically I want to revoke his title. So let's just pause the game. Actually, no, we're not going to pause the game. Let's just see if we have... go to my plots, choose a plot, and revoke the title. And let's do that. We will get a domain size, we might get a little bit of a domain size issue there. What we can do to fix that is go into our laws, realm centralization medium. No, we actually can't. We can't let that go to high right now. But obligation laws, everything seems in order. And societies. Okay, so he's not a huge deal right now. I mean, he's at the age of 65. He might just die any day right now because it's Crusader Kings 2. So what we can do is we can either wait it out or we can... Oh, a revolt has broken out in Ostrich. Angered by my oppressive rule, the peasants have taken to arms. How dare they oppose me? Okay. So revolt has taken place. We have to squash the revolt. What we are going to do is take our council. Our marshal is going to suppress the revolt here in Ostrich, and we're going to raise up our levies. Raise up personal levies, raise up vassal levies. I don't think we need to raise up our vassal levies for this one. We'll just raise up the personal levies and have them merge. Reduce the speed a little bit so that they can just go and fight it out there. And yeah, hopefully we can squash this revolt, because this has come at a very, very untimely manner. We don't have... Conjabar is leading the middle flank, and we can have... Ooh, should we lead the second flank ourselves? No, we're not going to do that. We can have him lead the second flank and get our morale up. Our morale is actually at 100%, which is very good, so we can just march in on there and ask these guys to stop. So we are having a little revolt of our own, and I wonder why the army... Okay. It seemed for a second like they didn't merge properly, but now that they have merged properly, hopefully we can just squash this revolt and get it taken care of. Okay, they weren't merged before, so we'll just march back to make sure that we don't lose any troops. And we will dismiss our personal levies right there. Okay. So we are not at any point right now to hire any mercenary armies or anything. Our Chancellor, who is fabricating a claim in Connacht, he's doing a good job. But actually, Connacht has 1,190 men. I have 1,561. So I might just be able to, and they don't have a good ruler right now. It's just a girl who's at the age of 3. So it's a very prime opportunity to go over in there and take their land. Now I am at 50 ducats. We don't have a lot of money and we don't have a lot of resources, but we will manage to eventually overpower them with our military might, I'm hoping. I go in there and hope for the best. Classic CK2. Actually, that's classic me. That's not classic CK2. So let's just do some housekeeping, shall we? We do have a pact with Queen Chimoa, our wife, and we don't have any. We don't have an alliance with Scotland anymore. We can't even ask for an alliance because we don't have any ties to them. Like, none of our children or none of our vassals are betrothed to the King of Scotland or the King of England. What we can do right now is ask the King of France, or actually the Count of Brittany right here. We can ask him. He's actually the petty king, not the count. Oh wow, notification. So that was quite a while. A few days ago you noticed an intriguing woman at your court. Most of the time she sat quietly and did not draw any attention to herself. However, you could tell that she was listening very intently to the conversation and that nothing escaped her watchful eyes. Perhaps you can find a use for her talents. Okay. Let's see. She's a courtier and she's age 42. Her opinion of me is -28. And my opinion of her is 2. Let's take a look at her traits. She's an intricate web weaver. Oh, that's not very good. An impaler, cruel, chaste, deceitful. Yeah, she's not a very good person in general, so why would I want to have her in my court? Let's just go with I don't trust her. So who is this right here? It's the army of Earl Aid. County of Bryphon. Are they at war with somebody? Hostile towards King Robert of the English Revolt. What is it with all these vassals? The one from Dublin, the Count of Dublin, or the Earl of Dublin, I should say, was at battle with the Scots, and the Earl of Bryphon is at battle with the English. Like, no wonder Ireland can't unite under one banner, but that's where I step in. That's my goal. So there he is, fabricating his claims. God, I hope we get a claim on it. How old is she? She's age 4. Okay, so let's speed up the game by a little bit. And what we can do right now is check our... we had a plot. We can invite people to join our plot. No, nobody wants to come. But the question is, can I revoke his title, though? It's at 100%. More powerful backers. And I do have auto-invite. Let's see if I can just do it. Revoke County of Desmond Mine for 50 prestige. This will lower Earl Muradak's opinion of you by -60 and your other vassals by -15. I can do it because I do have 50 prestige. But should I do it? That's the question. Should I do it? I will go... My domain size will go 1 point higher, which will be 3 out of 4. Which will be actually 4 out of 3. And whoa there, hold on. At the age of 62, your uncle died. He died a natural death. And faction led by has been disbanded. Okay, so I think that should have been important. So it shouldn't have been in low priority messages, for God's sakes. It should have been in high priority messages. Okay. So the plot... There are no known plots right now. I'm right now plotting. I'm plotting to revoke this title here. Let's go to my court and look at my vassals. And opinion of me -13, -12. So he is anyhow gonna hate me more, no matter how much. Let's see if I can give him an honorary title. Designated region. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So let's just go ahead, shall we? Let's just... But he has 875 men. Let's just revoke his title and see what happens. Let's just YOLO it right here. Alright. Sending that to him. Did it not go through? To the filthy idler Brian, may wisdom ever elude you. I will not allow you to steal my titles without a fight. You are no longer my liege lord. Okay. Now, we have a revolt on our hands. And we are going to call all the banners. All of them. And squash this guy once and for all. Okay, let's just do that and just unpause it for the moment. And he is marching. He is marching, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so two can play at that game. Let the army get here, and once we actually merge our armies, we can take him down fairly easily. So I wanted to do this like in the previous 2 episodes, and I could have done it easily, but I wasn't sure because I'm a new player to Crusader Kings 2, and I don't know all of the intricate mechanics that a lot of people do. I wasn't sure as to like if he like might like if I lose my titles, like if you might be able to beat me in battle. So okay, we have 3 flanks, and you can lead that flank, and that flank can be empty right now. So let him just basically let our morale go over to 100%. That the left flank is at 78%. So let's just slow this down by a little bit and let him go all the way up to 100%. There we go, almost there. Let's take a look here. Oh, we're not doing too good, but I guess we can manage. We can manage by losing like 1 holding at the most. 96%. No character selected. Oh, so there's just Conchabar. There are no more. So let's put Conchabar in the middle flank, shall we? Okay, and let's just crush this guy. Let's just waltz in and beat him. Because the more land that I personally own... Oh, and a son was born to Don Chad, McMurchad, and Princess Kenna of Scotland, named Adabar. Okay, that's a mouthful. King Brian II of Mumu was wounded in the thick of battle. Oh no, I've gained the trait wounded. I thought I'd forbidden him to... Well, it's too late now. It is too late now. Let's just chase him down there. He's going all the way... Okay. Let's just go back here and take his lands. He will eventually come back because Shattered Retreat is turned on. The Prince of Decadence. The ruling dynasty of Sumar Kingdom has been overthrown by the zealous and hard-living tribesmen of the Debil dynasty. Former vassals may seize this opportunity to declare independence. The bloated fools. So they have just declared their independence, but we do not care about them, as we have our hands full here in Southern Ireland. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. You are drawn to a large cheerful crowd standing in front of a tall building in Twadamhain. It seems they have gathered to watch the antics of a man who has climbed onto the building's roof. The despairing man, tired of the hardships of life, is threatening to jump, and several of the onlookers are goading him on. Don't do it. I have no time for this. So if I don't do it. Let's see what my character would do in this situation, because I do love role-playing as my character in Crusader Kings 2, because although this is a grand strategy game, it is much, much more than that. Not only it is a grand strategy game, but it is also a role-playing game at that. Tough soldier, he is gluttonous, slothful, arbitrary, could not care about justice, chaste, trusting, and now he is wounded, of course, because, like an idiot, I forgot to put the button on that prevents him from leading armies. But what is done is done. That's part of the story. He should not have gone to war, but he eventually did, and guess what happened? So I guess because I don't care that much about justice, I would be like, I had no time for this. Let it take its course, and let's see what happens. So his army is coming back. We are actually smashing his holding here. Ooh, the army of Domhnall. What is she up to? Attacking King William the Conqueror. Why are you attacking England? They already have enough on their plate. Okay, let me just stop this right here. Your steward Donald was wounded by an angry peasant while collecting taxes in Twadamhain. Okay. Betrothed can marry. Was it matrilineal? They're going to say no. To the English revolt. Now, if she gets married, my daughter, to the English revolt, that means that they're automatically going to want us to go to war. And we have our hands full right now. But I do have to marry her. This is going to be bad and I'm going to regret this decision, but I'm going to say yes. To the great King Brian II, your wisdom and mercy, a legendary, propose and accept that. And special minor titles grantable. A designated regent. Let's give it to somebody in our dynasty. Let's give it to our kinsman right there. Yeah, let's give it to him right now. In case I die, like, I do have an heir. I do have an heir. The old wound has finally healed, leaving a pretty grotesque scar behind. So not only am I wounded now, but I'm scarred as well at you. So my appeal is going to go down very, very badly. But who cares? I have a son. That's all that matters. I could have more if I go into my family tree here. I have son of mine that died. A daughter of mine who I just married off to the English revolt, and a son of mine who is age 6. It's another victory right there. I'm at 51%. I'm going to take my army up north, and I'm going to face him once more on the field of battle. Let's do this. So the moment we get to 100%, I'm going to enforce my demands and get more land. Hopefully by that time I can change the laws, like, maybe not, but maybe not. But I need to get a higher domain size here. And let's see, our claim has not yet come through on Kanakta. We might just want to abandon that claim right there, and we might want to go for the Earl of Dublin. We might just want to do that. Cannot assign a new job while leading troops. Okay, so he's gone in the army now. Oh wow. Queen Shimoa Mumu claims that she would be a better spy master than Tagged, and the petitions. Okay, so here's the thing. Because it is the late 11th century, women are not welcome on the council. What can you do? That's the time period that we live in. So I can't do it as much as I would love to, as much as I want her to be on my council. I can't give Tagged a chance. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to lose 10 prestige. So he is attacking. Let's see here. The Earl of Desmond is attacking Ostrich, but he does not have enough men. Not even close to enough men to take down. There we go. We're going to pause the game and enforce our demands. The war against the tyranny of King II Brian Mumu has ended. King Brian and Mumu won. That's what we like to see. Idle council members, you go and fabricate a claim right there in Dublin, my man. And what we are going to do is stand our army down. That is ours now. Okay. King Brian II of Mumu succeeded in my plot. That's fantastic. We do have one domain size higher now. Let's see if my vassals... Ooh, my vassals don't like me very much. But, minus 20, minus 12, I can live with that. As long as it's not minus 40 or minus 50 opinion of me, which means that they hate me by 40 or 50%. That is okay. So let's see here. Domain too big. Yeah, I know. So let's go to my laws and see if I can change that. I can't change any laws as of right now. Cannot change another regular law in the Petty Kingdom until 8 March 1100. Okay. So we have to wait for a little bit. We will have to wait for a little bit. And we revoked his title, so we managed that this episode. And I think we are going to call it here. So let's just pause the game here. And our plan now for the next episode, since I'm back with Crusader Kings 2, and I've been having a blast with it, ladies and gentlemen, is to get the County of Dublin and kick the Earl out. He has been at war with the Scots, and he has lost a lot of men. Although the same can be said for the County of Connacht. They actually have a pretty substantial amount of levies right now, but they were fighting against the English revolt. Speaking of which, actually, before I cut the episode here, we might actually be able to get an alliance. No, we cannot. Although our daughter is betrothed to... Actually, she did marry, didn't she? Prince Guntard of the English Revolt. It's my son-in-law. And why is he wearing a bishop's hat? Maybe he decided to become a bishop. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is Crusader Kings for you. And I have had a blast conquering and basically doing a lot of skullduggery and all that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.